Welcome back to Summer Year 2 of the Stardew Valley Min-Max and 100% Perfection Guide. We're covering days 11 through 16, where we'll continue making progress towards perfection and actually begin to ship one of every item and begin to cook recipes and continue crafting recipes, and you'll see some of the odd recipes and items we'll need to make sure we can get our hands on to achieve perfection. Of course, we'll continue min-maxing and also maxing out friendship with everyone, and the Luau festival today on day 11 will help with that. After the farm chores, we leave the farm to give out gifts for Key's kindness quest, but I forgot that today is a festival day, which means every building is locked, and even the key to the town will not bypass that. We are able to find and give gifts to Kent, Penny, Linus, and the dwarf. Again, since today is a festival, we cannot take our normal route to the island since Willie's will be locked. So before we left the farm today, we did craft an island warp totem, and we'll use it now to arrive at Ginger Island. We are met with a cutscene which is triggered once we reach 6 hearts with Leo and must be on a sunny day between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Linus shows up and wants Leo to come live with him in the valley, and after some convincing, Leo agrees. Once we go to sleep tonight, we'll see the parrots build him a tree house right by Linus's tent, and after that, Leo will begin living in the valley. He'll occasionally visit the island still, but for the most part we'll see him around the valley from now on. After the cutscene, we head to the island farm and collect the fruit tree fruit, mine some mussel rocks, and forage some coral. The main reason we are here though is to dig up some ginger to make progress towards Caroline's Island ingredient special order. We find some more ginger to dig up by the dig site, then collect some bone shards and clay from the dig site while we're here. We have a bit more time to kill until the luau starts at 2, so we use it to chop some trees around the island farm area, and then we rush over to the dock at around 1:30 and take the boat back to the mainland. The game interestingly sticks us outside of the beach in the town, rather than inside Willie's shack, but either way, we enter the beach to begin the luau. We start by throwing in a gold star yam, which is one of the cheapest items we can add to produce the best result. Unfortunately, we were one day too late in allowing Leo to attend the festival, as normally, after he moves to the valley, he will begin attending the festivals. That's okay, we also talk to everyone here that we still need max friendship with, and then we begin the soup tasting. We get the best response from the governor, and we will gain 120 friendship points with every NPC attending the festival. So basically, all NPCs except for Sandy, the wizard, Krobus, and the dwarf. We are then sent back to the farm at 10 p.m. and begin getting our stuff organized and cycling some machinery and collect the jades, and then I remembered today is Thursday and we forgot to pick up a magic rock candy, but thankfully there's still time left and we can warp to the desert and pick one up. We head back to the farm and finish up the day with some more chores and then fall asleep. During the night we see the parrots turn the tree next to Linus's tent into a tree house, which will be Leo's new home. Day 12 is a good humor luck day, and we don't have any obligations, so we can warp first thing to the desert and begin a skull cavern dive. I decide to use a magic rock candy, even though I typically like pairing the candy with super luck days. It is not often we will be able to line up a super luck day on a day we have nothing to tend to, like crop harvest or the kegs, so I find it much more important to utilize the magic rock candy on these days where we don't have any obligations to tend to and can get more time out of the candy. Of course, the best would be with super luck, but good humor luck is close enough. I will only use the one magic rock candy though, as opposed to 2, so we can save some more for other dives, and I will try to not use too many staircases, although I probably should have used more since we have almost 400 jades to trade for more staircases on next Sunday. But that's alright, we do make good use of the explosive slingshot, and I probably should have crafted more explosive ammo, because I realized I was low on ammo, and then I started to try to use more bombs and take more advantage of the napalm ring for explosion, but it's just not the same as the explosive slingshot, which is much faster. The combo of using staircases and blowing up iridium with the slingshot is definitely the best way to get down super fast and collect lots of iridium very quickly. So next time, we'll need to make sure we craft at least 500 explosive ammo because we go through that very quickly. That's alright, for the rest of today, we do end up using up all of the explosive ammo, but we are able to make it to floor 211 and collect 824 iridium ore and 8 prismatic shards. We pass out and wake up on day 13, which is a super luck day, but today we do have some obligations, including Alex's birthday and some crop harvest, so no skull cavern today. We start by putting our loot away and grabbing the usual gift items to give out, And you may notice it is storming, which is nice, and we can get some more battery packs from the lightning rods. It is guaranteed to storm on summer day 13 and 16, and we can also use a rain totem today to guarantee a storm the next day tomorrow, but then we would sacrifice the Junimos being able to harvest our crops for us, and the main concern would be the coffee beans, but it might be worth it to get some extra battery packs, so we'll see. We leave the farm before 7 a.m. and give a gift to Jazz, Marnie, Shane, Jody, Vincent, Sam, Haley, Caroline, and Abigail, and while we are at Pierre's, we buy 2 bouquets since we still have 2 NPCs left to date, being Harvey and Elliot. I used the extra money I have, which I believe I gained from trashing items at Skull Cavern yesterday, to buy some cooking ingredients since we'll soon be cooking to make progress towards that perfection goal. Next, we give Harvey a coffee, which puts us at 8 hearts with him, so we can give him a bouquet and begin dating him. Then we enter Alex's house and find him staring at some books. This is Alex's 5-heart event activated in his house while he's there, and it's interesting since most NPCs don't have a 5-heart event. Alex is worried that he's not smart, and we politely agree with him by saying everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, and this gains us 50 points of friendship with him. After this, we apparently leave Alex's room and then walk right back in to stumble upon him working out with no shirt on. This is Alex's 6-heart event, also activated in his house while he's there, but we don't get any dialogue options or opportunity for bonus friendship points, unfortunately. We can enter Alex's house for a 3rd time now, and first give Evelyn a gift, then Alex a rabbit's foot for his birthday, and I sort of feel bad for the guy since it storms every year on his birthday, but the gift does bring us to 10 hearts with him now, and we also give George a gift while we're here, then warp back to the farm. We smelt some ore, then deliver some mega bombs to our lava eels. Hey, this mega bomb looks pretty nice, they say. Not sure what business an eel has with explosives, but hey, if it makes them happy, then sure. We head over to the bottom right of our farm and take the mountain warp obelisk to get to Leo's new treehouse, and he's not home. But he is in Linus's tent, so we give him a duck feather and also a movie ticket so we can get a bit of extra friendship points with him from seeing a movie. We head over to the theater, and the Journey of the Prairie King movie is still showing, which Leo just likes, but it will earn us 100 friendship points with him. Interestingly, Leo does not love any foods from the movie concessions, so we buy him the cheapest one that he likes, which is the rock candy, and this earns us another 25 friendship points. After the movie, we take the shortcut to the beach where we find Sebastian looking off into the distance at the end of the dock. Sebastian tells us he feels safe around us, which we should already know since we did go on a long motorcycle ride with him, but this is his 8-heart event, which is activated on the beach between 12 and 11 p.m. on a rainy day. After that, we find many more forageables on the beach than usual, since it is that special time from summer day 12 through 14 where the water turns green and more forageables appear than normal. We harvest and rebait the crab pots, then give Elliot a pomegranate, which puts us at 8 hearts with him, so we give him a bouquet and begin dating him. Hooray! We are officially dating every eligible NPC in Stardew Valley. Next we give Willie a pumpkin, and then this completes Key's kindness quest once again. We travel to Ginger Island and harvest the fruit trees and pineapple, then dig up some ginger on the farm area and up by the dig site as well. Again, the main reason we're coming to the island is to collect ginger, so after that we warp back to the farm. We harvest the poppies and replant them with red cabbage seeds, then harvest the hot peppers since the Junimos won't. We collect the jades, then enter the greenhouse where we have finished growing starfruit, so we harvest and replant all 119, and we'll have another harvest ready in 7 days. We continue with some more farm chores, and I also decide to use a rain totem to guarantee that stormy day tomorrow. After this, I decide to start making some progress towards the ship everything perfection goal, just to make things easier in the future, so I have only a few items left to ship, rather than pretty much everything. You can see what you have shipped already in the collection screen, but going back and forth does take a while, so there is a gray tool with a similar interface to the predictor, also made by Mousy Pound, called Stardew Checkup, and gives a rundown of everything left towards perfection, and more on top of that. I find it most useful for what's left to craft, cook, and ship, so I am making use of that to see what all I have left to ship. I spend some time going through my chests and grabbing items to throw in the shipping bin, and after I ship a good amount of unique items, I start to grab some crops and ingredients that are used in many of the cooking recipes, and I put all of these in the fridge for easy cooking. I go ahead and cook one of whatever recipe I can, again just to get some out of the way. I could get rid of all the stuff I cooked by just shipping them off, but I decided to hoard them for fun and put them in a chest in the back of the house. We also grab some fish that are required for cooking and cook whatever we can from those. Then we head back outside and craft some of the few things we have left, including some of the new recipes we got from the Golden Walnut Room. I did realize I need some more carp to cook a carp surprise, so I head over to the sewer since they can be caught there. Before I start fishing, I make a quick round in the mutant bugler to collect some more fiber, since we will want more fiber for crafting deluxe retaining soils to set up another Starfruit garden pod shed. I am able to catch 2 carp and then warp back to the farm to get my inventory organized before passing out. We only made 23,000 G from everything we sold, but we did sure sell quite a variety of items. We've got a bunch of crops and animal products here in the farming category, some forageables and more within foraging, all of the ores and bars in mining, and then monster drops and more randoms in other. We wake up on day 14, which is a Sunday, so the first thing we must do is watch the Queen of Sauce to learn a new recipe. This is always the most important thing to remember on Sundays, since we don't want to accidentally skip over a new recipe and then have no way of going back in time to learn it, and this would ruin reaching perfection within 2 years, so basically we want to be very careful and always make sure we learn the recipe every Sunday. Since I used a rain totem yesterday, it is storming again, and interestingly, the Weather Channel says it will storm again tomorrow. Today, we must manually harvest the crops and then collect the battery packs so we can get more of them. We make sure we have everything we want to bring with, and this includes the 445 jades that we built up, so we'll be able to get lots of staircases with those. But first, we'll walk to the beach and take one last advantage of the increased forageables before leaving for Ginger Island. We have another harvest of starfruit grown at the island, so we quickly harvest and replant at the same time, which takes a bit less than 3 in-game hours to harvest and replant the near 600 starfruit here. While we're at the island, we dig up any ginger we can find, then warp to the desert. We trade for some artifact troves, spicy eel, and of course today is Staircase Sunday, so we trade all our jades for 445 staircases. We also grab some more desert warp totems, then chop down all the trees in the desert before entering Sandy's Oasis to spend the small amount of money we earned from selling the random assortment of items on more starfruit seeds, since we will always need more starfruit seeds. We warp back to the farm and take care of some of the chores before heading over to Clint's. We haven't needed to open geodes in quite some time, but there's actually one more item that is very easy to overlook that we'll need for perfection, and this is the mineral marble. Marble is needed to craft the marble brazier, which of course counts towards the craft everything perfection goal, so I do use the geode predictor to open some geodes until I'm able to get my hands on some marble. We return to the farm once again and put our stuff away, and we go ahead and craft the marble brazier, which will be needed for perfection. And of course, every time I come back to the farm, I am making an effort to cycle some of the machinery here. We head to the bottom and enter Cindersap Forest to be met with Leia's 10 heart event, which is activated here between 11 AM and 4 PM, but not during winter. We share a romantic moment with Leia when suddenly some random dude emerges from the bushes who is Leia's ex-partner Kel. We can choose to punch Kel in the face, but I'm polite so I let Leia take care of him instead, and neither option will impact friendship. We find somewhere more secluded with Leia, but it seems I get a bit sidetracked and stumble upon Shane, who is wasted by the cliff. This is Shane's 6 heart event, activated between 9 AM and 8 PM on a rainy day. We are met with some dialogue options, but none will impact friendship. We escort Shane to the hospital where Dr. Harvey helps him recover and recommends him to see a counselor in Zuzu City. After this, we head past the traveling cart, where I make a slight mistake. I should have bought a rare seed here, since we still need to ship a sweet gemberry, but I completely forgot to do so, but that's alright, we can buy one next Friday. We chop the stumps in the secret woods, then chop down all the trees in Cindersap Forest for some extra wood, which we'll need to craft more pegs with. While we're here by the river, I do some fishing, since we do need a bream to cook the baked fish dish. Then we enter the wizard's tower and give him a purple mushroom, almost at 10 hearts with him, but not quite there. We take the portal to the witch's hut and fish in the swamp to catch a void salmon, just because I'd like one for the fish pond. I'll use the last 2 fish ponds for void salmon and slimejack just because they'll turn the water into unique colors. We head outside to the railroad and grab some maple syrup from our tappers, then make our way to the mountain lake and fish here to try to catch some more carp since we'll need 4 to cook the carp surprise. We pass out while fishing, then wake up on day 15 to a good humor luck day, and once again the Weather Channel says it'll storm again tomorrow. We find Shane at our doorstep, which is a follow-up to his 6 heart event, which occurs the next morning, and we want to avoid saying he needed a wake-up call as it'll lose us 10 friendship points, but either other option is fine and will gain us 10 points. We put our items away, then craft 23 new crystallariums with the new battery packs we've got from the storms, and then place them down in the shed while we collect the jades. We take care of other farm chores and also add the slimejack and void salmon to our fish ponds. We harvest the melons and replant them with wheat, which will grow on day 17, which is the day that our starfruit on the farm will be ready, so we can line them up together, harvest them together, and then just replant them all with starfruit seeds. After this, we warp to the desert and begin another skull cavern dive. I decided to not use a magic rock candy today since we got a bit of a later start, and we only make it to floor 160 and collect 445 iridium ore, but get sorta lucky with 7 prismatic shards. We pass out and begin day 16, a neutral luck day, and yet again tomorrow's a stormy day, completely random as we did not use a rain totem or anything. At this point I'd prefer to have a not rainy day so the Junimos can harvest the crops for us, but since we can't control it right now, I guess we'll have to manually harvest the crops. Looks like we have quite a few ready, so we do have to harvest the blueberries, tomatoes, hot peppers, and hops. These don't take too long to harvest, but we do still have our whole coffee field, which hasn't been harvested since we started having the rainy days, so I decided to manually harvest the whole field, which does take some time. We complete some farm chores, then grab some more of the odd items used in cooking recipes like fish and mushrooms, then head inside and cook any recipe that we haven't yet and are able to now. This includes the baked fish and carp surprise, since yesterday we were able to catch the fish for those. After cooking some more recipes and storing them away, we head to the town and into the clinic to find Dr. Harvey, making contact with a pilot flying above the valley. This is Harvey's 8 heart event, where he reveals his true passion for flying, but tells us not everyone can achieve their dreams. Not with that attitude, Harvey. I was able to date 10 people in the town at the same time. We give Harvey a rabbit's foot, and something tells me I might want to keep one on hand for myself in the near future as well. No reason why. Then we give one to Kent as well, and then we give him a starfruit to fulfill a quest, and then we give Elliot a duck feather and travel to Ginger Island where we dig up some ginger, then head to the Golden Walnut Room to select a new quest. Once again, we get to choose between Key's Kindness and Key's Cuisine, and although Key's Kindness is the better option for more key gems, for the sake of variety I decided to select Key's Cuisine, which awards less gems but takes virtually no time to complete, and we will see the easiest way to complete Key's Cuisine next time. While we're here, we spend our gems on Pierre's missing stock list and another Junimo chest. The stock list is actually somewhat important, as we will need to purchase tulip and jazz seeds, which can normally be bought during spring, but we will want them soon to craft the tub of flowers for perfection. We head back to the valley, and I forgot to pick up a quest from the special orders board, so we head there and select Gus's famous omelet, since it will be easier to complete than Willie's tropical fish. After this, we warp back to the farm and get organized, then try to quickly head over to Pierre's, where we give him the missing stock list, but unfortunately, he's not tending to the shop, so we can't buy the seeds right now, but that's okay, we'll pick them up another day. We warp to the farm one more time and grab items for the dangerous mines, then head over there and place down the Junimo chest just to have here. We get started with some grinding in the mines in hopes for some radioactive ore, and this will bring us to the end of the day and the end of this video. Next time, we'll have another round of over 500 starfruit wine ready from our kegs, and Starfruit Harvest both on the same day. And we'll keep expanding our starfruit and keg setups until we can make over 12 million G for perfection, which will be very soon before summer ends. If you're looking forward to what's to come in future videos, please consider subscribing so you can be sure to see them when they come out. and feel free to leave a comment with anything you'd like to share. And as always, thank you for watching, and goodbye.